Chef Buff Army, you gonna learn something today. You gonna learn what a long dick is. Actually, you're not gonna learn about that at all. This is a training video. We got back and biceps filmed today, November the 28th at 1 p.m. Canadian Eastern Standard Time. My goal over the next 16 weeks is to build size in my shoulders and strength in my legs, but I still train my back. It's a moderate intensity day. What does that mean? Well, it means that I train and lift with between 60 to 80% of my 1 rep max. I don't approach failure, I instead seek performance. When it comes to back, it's far more complicated than your chest. It's important to hit it up from different angles. So I do vertical pulling, horizontal pulling, and different variations. What have we got right here? We got ring pull-ups. They're actually pull-ups and chin-ups. So the hand position for those fancy schmancy kin students go from pronated to supinated. That means palms are facing away and then they turn towards. I go all the way down, peak contraction, slight hold. Probably should have got a little bit of better angle to see the bottom position, but my feet are essentially just suspended midair. Going all the way up, tight contraction, really focusing on extending all the way down and then squeezing at the top with my biceps and flaring my lats. There is always subtle pieces of advice you could give to any exercise to execute it properly. I got about 10 minutes with you narrating over this shit. In the background, you're going to notice I'm going to loop the exact same song 3 or 4 times because it's only about 3 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed that track. Last set right here, really focusing on the squeeze. Got pretty difficult. Right here, you could see award-winning calves. Won many awards from where I don't know. This is the Cambered bar bent over row. So I'm doing it what you'd say slightly ballistic, fast concentric, not paying attention to the eccentric. Bam, right there. So if you can notice, may or may not be able to notice with the black tank top, the cambered bar, it's 2 inches, dip down, allows for a greater range of motion, really get that peak contraction. I need to improve upon my back. It actually is, it's pretty solid. I got solid lat width. I'm focusing a little bit more on thickness, so more horizontal rows. What better to use than the cambered bar? This entire workout could be said that it's inspired by John Meadows, one of the few bodybuilders I respect because he understands biomechanics and anatomy. That's why you'll see a whole lot of exercise variation when it comes to this back and bicep training. When I'm training more for bodybuilding, such as in this workout, when my rep ranges are higher, I'll do variations to work for me. Bam! Look at that. Let's get some favorable angles here to show off some size. I mean, serious size. So right here, look at the hand position. This will help me target not only my rear delt more, but bring it all the way down for my lower lats. Bringing it, lighter weight, focusing on the squeezes. As you can tell, the tempo is different than on the previous exercise. Full stretch. I got them delt caps, doing a whole lot of overhead press. And, okay, so I can see it. You probably can't. Look on my left arm. I popped a blood vessel during this workout, people. It's there. It's real. Okay, I'm maybe lying to you. It might just be a pimple. But I heard one time from a friend that he seriously popped a blood vessel in his eye when he's doing some heavy squats. So right here, boom, definition. What's my body fat, people ask me. Well, I'm definitely below 15% body fat. Haven't measured it accurately. I don't use those calipers. Only a 7-site Jackson Pollock method would really be accurate, or a DEXA scan. I'll be getting one shortly. I'll be cutting approximately March or April. So right now I'm just building size. I'm 182.5 pounds, 182 pounds on a little over 5'9". So right here you can see, look at the muscle right here. Wait till I get my Chef Buff tank tops. That will be a little bit more cut so you can see the definition. But you can see the muscles being worked right here. So a slightly greater emphasis on the rear deltoids. People ask me when they saw my shoulder training, hey, yo, Chef Buff, when do you train your rear deltoids? The answer, I incorporated a little bit on shoulder day and a little bit on back. I think they're coming along well. That's a big ass right there. So right in your face too. I apologize. That camera angle is not good. But this is one of my favorite exercise variations. Once again by John Meadows. I'm calling it the Meadows row. This helps with the white man's burning. What's that, you might ask? Well, the lower lat insertion point to get really that V taper. You're going to be able to see what I'm talking about when you see myself doing face pulls. I like to think I have a halfway decent V taper. This exercise is great for your lower lat, which is a far bigger muscle than most people realize. It's not just about width, it's also about thickness. So right here, again, the full stretch at the bottom position, making serious faces when we work out. Full stretch, tight contraction, explosive movement. Notice the different changes in the tempo between exercises. All this stuff has been planned out. Right here, this is not quite a face pull, it's a neck pull. So I'm targeting, once again, mid-back, rhomboids, rear deltoids. So this is my second exercise that indirectly stimulates my rear deltoids. And as you'll see from the back angle, I feel that it's coming along all right. So yeah, you know, the V-taper's there. Back muscles are being worked. You see the rear deltoid, the whole delt cap. That's what I'm trying to bring up over the next 16 weeks. As well, I think when I do a specialization phase of my back, it'll come along nicely. Because from a genetic standpoint, I'd say my glutes and my back are my strong points. Now, on to arms training. Everybody's favorite is biceps. But check this out, yo. So, when I did that 545 deadlift, you'll see it at the end of this long-ass video. The first time I attempted it, I had a mask on, I was stupid. And when I pulled it, I couldn't even see the bar. I pulled it a little bit too much to the right. I actually strained my biceps. So I've not been training biceps for quite some time. Bottom line, I got to be careful when it comes to doing bicep work. Still feel a little bit of pain working through it. Feels great to train my arms again and be another gym douchebag doing arms. I seriously do want to bring up my biceps and triceps after my shoulder specialization. Probably around February, I will start doing so. So I call this a bro-telligent workout because all the exercises are tailored towards me. I'll shut up now and just explain this. So this is a resistance band. It's deloading on the eccentric. I'm focusing on the squeeze. This helps with me with my joint that I slightly strained, but it's also great to help activate your bicep. Remember, I just did a whole lot of back. I'm slightly fatigued. I might be activating the wrong muscles. Doing a slow contraction, peak contraction, holding and slow negative is very beneficial to get the blood back into that muscle. This right here is a pinwheel curl. This will help target my brachialis a little bit more. This is a long ass set. I apologize for that. All these sets are long. Why? Because when it comes to biceps, you don't herk and jerk that weight. I mean, my number one arm tip for most guys is slow it the hell down, lower the weight, and focus on the contraction. When it comes to bicep, the peak contraction at the top right there. So, bam. Lock it hard, flex it, and then a slightly slower negative. Actually, what I'm doing, look at the tricep at the bottom. I'm making sure I actually flex the tricep at the bottom to deload the bicep. So I get an intense bam, peak right there, and then deload it at the bottom. It's going to be exciting to see in the next year when I actually take arm training seriously, how far I can push my arms and what I can grow them to. Right now, my arms measure approximately 16¼ inches. Not small, not big definitely. I think virtually every other big name fitness YouTuber probably has slightly bigger arms than me. Genetics are a factor, but I'm looking towards in the next year building it to around 17 inches. Up next, we got the easy bar barbell curl. So same tempo I'm obeying right here. Where I'm focusing on that peak contraction, making sure that my biceps are doing all the work. I'm not swinging the weight up. My weight I can lift now with my biceps are a little bit lower, considering the fact I haven't trained them in the last bit, as well as the fact that I get a little bit of pain right where I strain my biceps. I'm being careful, obeying the form. I'm gonna give you a front and side angle for this workout routine because it is more bodybuilding focused. It's slightly more thickness dominant, and when it comes to the biceps, it's more specific to myself. But this is the one routine that I've uploaded so far that you guys are more than welcome to try out, that it's not too specific for myself where you may, develop imbalances. In total for this workout, I did, I think, approximately 24 sets. I know a lot of bros are thinking, but you're overtraining, you're gonna die. It doesn't work that way, right? A lot of the sets, look at the intensity. I don't reach failure. I do a few warm-up sets here and there, and I'm using far less than my 1 rep max. So this works for me. I'm seeing amazing progress. I will continue to do more exercise variations the Wednesday workout because, once again, it's bodybuilding focused, so I don't have to periodize it. I will change up different areas I want to target as I see fit when it comes to my back and also the biceps. So I need to work on all 3 portions of the bicep for myself. The brachialis, the inner and outer head of the bicep. Getting that tight contraction right there. Just chilling on the calf raise machine, no big deal, right? That's what it really should be used for. That's actually the only thing I use it for. Guys, that is the back and bicep video. If you want to see more training videos, make sure to leave a comment, like, and I will be seeing all you guys in that next video. Buff Army, train hard.